There, Shanna Kramer here with Creatively Uncorked, and today we're talking about CreativeBoxLIVE. This is our subscription box where you can get 4 different canvases, 4 different paintings, 4 pieces of original art that were developed by our professional artists, simplified, sketched out, prepared for you, and then taught to you live every week. You get that all in your subscription box. And another thing you get in your subscription box is you get a piece of transfer paper with your traceable. And so in this video, I would like to cover how to use your transfer paper and how to transfer your image onto your canvas. You get 4 blank canvases, 4 traceables, and your transfer paper. So I'll show you that right now. Here we are. So here is the canvas, the same size you get in your box. Here is the sheet of transfer paper. And as you can see, you've got one side that'll be a little bit dirty. Let's just call it that. It's a graphite paper. So one side of this is literally covered with graphite, also known as pencil lead. So that'll be the dirty side. And then you've also got your traceable. All right, so how to use this? You take your transfer sheet, you flip it right on upside down, dirty side down, onto your canvas. Try not to touch it or move it once it's laid on your canvas, because it'll smudge a little bit. All right, next step, you take your traceable, face up, and it's going to move around a little bit. And if you're working with a detailed painting, and some of them are more detailed than others, you'll want to just go ahead and tape that down on a couple of edges. So you can see a little bit of graphite there on my fingerprints. So once you're done with this process, you'll want to wash your hands before you take this off of your canvas. All right, so now I've got my design tape down, and I'll take my pencil. Now, if you are good at remembering which lines you've already traced, you can do this without any pencil lead at all. You can see that I've got the lead completely retracted, no lead. And not that it matters, you can use lead, not use lead, totally up to you. It's going to work either way. I think I'll use lead just so I can see my lines that I've already done. And then you just start tracing. So one thing that I'm just going to point out right now that you'll notice on your own when you do this is I'm leaning my hand on the sheet, okay? I might get a handprint there. All right, so I can see a very faint line where I've traced. So I can see that I'm probably not tracing dark enough, because once I have my background layer on there, I won't see that line at all. It will completely disappear. So I'm going to try it again, pressing a little more firmly. And by the way, now you can see why I taped it in 2 spots right in the middle, so I can lift up each edge and just see how dark my lines are. Because it's something you just want to keep an eye on as you go. If you have a straight edge and you need to have your lines perfectly straight, some people do, that is something that you can use at this stage. See, and now I'm using enough pressure where my lines are showing up nicely. So I'll just go right on ahead and finish tracing my jar. And my lemons. This painting, by the way, is called Mason Jar Lemonade or Summer Lemonade. Actually, I think it's called Summer Lemonade. That's a nicer name anyway. This is our advanced painting for August 2020. So each box you get 4 paintings. So far we're doing paintings. We might change it up and give you a little bit of a different crafty option sometime later on. But for right now we're sticking to paintings with different techniques, different additions. So in the next couple months we're going to be throwing in some wild and wacky paints in addition to your regular paints. And it's going to be fun. We've got some fun new techniques planned. So what you get in your box is you get 4 paintings. And the first painting of the month is going to be the easy painting. So the basic painting, the one that really anybody can do. And we'll walk you right through it, but that will definitely be the simplest painting is the first one of the month. The second and third paintings of the month are going to be slightly more complicated, so they're about the intermediate paintings. And the fourth painting, which is this one, will be the more advanced painting. So we'll have some more advanced techniques with each of these. And in a lot of cases, they're going to use techniques that you were learning earlier in the month on your first 3 paintings. In this case, we're going to be doing a lot of color blending is one, a lot of color blending. We've got some greens we have to mix. We have some bright yellows. We have some bright turquoises. Luckily, we don't have to mix the yellows and turquoises. There's a lot of shapes. There's a lot of straight lines on this one, which I don't know about you, but straight lines are not my friend. There are 2 types of people in the world, those who can make straight lines and the rest of us. So straight lines, that's going to be one of the challenges for me. And this one also has a lot of detail. You're not seeing it in here, but we've got some ice cubes, we've got some floating mint, we have a few other things in the water, we have stripes, we have a lot of little small details on this painting. And the original was done by our artist Grace Highness. Isn't that just the best name? I just love that name. And she did this original painting, and I'll be teaching it to you. So, and Grace is a very detail-oriented person. I, however, am not. I'm just going to turn it because it's easier for me to do a straight line this way. So there we are. There we go. And I'll just take this transfer paper back off here. Now I'm still leaving one side down just in case I missed any lines. And that looks pretty good. That looks like I didn't miss any lines. So I'll just go ahead and take it the rest of the way off. All right, so now this piece of transfer paper that you got 1 sheet in your box with 4 paintings. So you want to hang on to this and use it for the rest of your paintings. You can see we only used whatever lines we traced. That's all we used for the graphite on this paper. So this paper can be reused over and over and over again. So hang on to it, put it back in your box, use it for the next painting, and use it for other paintings if you want to. So that is, in a nutshell, how we use our transfer paper and how we transfer our image onto canvas. So once again, I am Shanna with Creatively Uncorked, and CreativeBoxLIVE is the product, our subscription membership product that we send out to you. You get a box once a month, and you get 4 paintings every month shipped right to your door, and then our instructors walk you through it live every Tuesday night at 7 Central. So I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.